In the meantime, though, the question is, where do we go from here? How do we resolve this problem? We are joined now by Deshaun Scarborough, Executive Director of the Arkansas MLK Commission. Deshaun, thank you so much for joining us this afternoon.
Thank you for having me today.
It's a tough morning. It's been a tough week. We are on the heels of back-to-back shootings.
Yes.
Where do we go from here? Where do we find the peace?
You know, certainly, I want to say that my heart goes out to all the families, the victims that were involved, the police officers, and the young men that were also pulled over into several cities. When we discuss where we go from here, we look at some of the issues Dr. King would teach in this time, such as nonviolence. And nonviolence is a way of life. It teaches us to, in these times, it teaches us to be better and not bitter. Understanding that there are rallies and there are protests that are going on throughout the state today at the Capitol, you know, I certainly, as Executive Director, I want to encourage everyone, Arkansans, that, you know, we want to be peaceful. You want to have a peaceful rally, and that it's important to realize that, you know, we have a right to assemble, but not the right to be disruptive. And it's important that, you know, if you can have your voice heard, that's fine, but at the same time, we want to, Arkansas has come a long way, and the civil rights era from the Little Rock Nine, and we have overcome insurmountable obstacles. We certainly want to make sure that we do not, you know, go backwards in any kind of way. And you know, I know Arkansas in times like this, we come together, and I just want to, ensure and ask Arkansans to be exemplary in this time by promoting leadership and peaceful protests.
Exactly, we're talking about that on the steps of the state capitol right now. A peaceful protest is taking place tonight on the steps of the state capitol. A march will take place. You kind of talked about keeping it peaceful. Tell me more your message to that group. What is your message? You
know, my message is that time, you know, there is change coming. I've had opportunities, been called by legislators first thing this morning, received phone calls. I have meetings with Chief Buckner coming up, as well as Captain Midden and the Pulaski County Sheriff's Office. These are wonderful individuals that are looking to make change. They're reaching out, and it starts with a conversation. And it's certainly something that the Arkansas Martin Luther King Commission that we're wanting to exemplify, and we're wanting to reach out and find a way to resolve these issues, so that we can, so we don't have the situations that took place in the other cities.
What are some steps we can take really as a country? I know everyone wants to be united. As a country, as parents, as friends, what are some steps we can take to end all of this? You
know, one thing I think is important is that we not be as reactive as fast, you know, not to be as reactive or as impulsive. Let's understand what really happened. Let's understand let's educate ourselves as to what took place before we just react. And I think that comes from just common conversation, being able to listen and have a two-way dialogue where we can speak without offending and listen without defending. And I think that if we start there, we can, we'll be to a great start.
Thank you so much. Deshaun Scarborough with the MLK Commission. We appreciate you for joining us this afternoon.
Thank you for having me.
Thank you again. Of course, all of our thoughts and prayers with everyone in Dallas this afternoon. We will have continuing coverage on the Dallas police ambush here on Arkansas Today. Be sure to follow our updates on air as well as online. Of course, more tonight on the station at 5, 6, and 10 o'clock. We have much more to come.